Hello and welcome. I'm Keegan Hirst and this is the Hirst Locker, the podcast for men who want to build an incredible body, a rock-solid mindset and unstoppable confidence. It's for men who want to live life on their terms and live it to their full potential. I've helped hundreds of men transform their lives, giving them the knowledge, the tools and the self-belief to help them smash through the glass ceiling that stopped them from achieving their dreams. And I want to do the same for you. Now we're going to focus on physical, mental and emotional health, things that affect us as gay men so that we can live life on our terms, build the body that we want and feel confident living that life. I'm going to help you cut through the noise and confusion to give you the confidence and clarity to take action and build the best version of yourself, to give you complete control of your body, your mindset, your habits and ultimately your life. So let's get to it. Hello, welcome to the Hirst Locker. It is June, it's Pride Month. I mean, a whole month, lucky us. Now, I'm saying that tongue-in-cheek, and I want to talk about that a bit in this episode. I want to talk about what Pride is, why we have it, why we still have it, and why it's important. Now, bear in mind, everything I'm talking about here and on this podcast in general is my opinions, thoughts, feelings, and I don't expect everybody to agree, but sitting on the fence is a surefire way to get splinters in your ass, and I can think of better things to get stuck in your ass, right? That is a joke, guys, that's a joke. So let me start by saying I love Pride. I have some incredible memories from Prides in the past, and I think what it is, what it stands for, and the fact that companies celebrate it for a month, you know, for the full month of June is amazing. Now, yes, I know there will be a lot of people thinking about rainbow capitalism, that companies use pride and people struggles to profit, and I get that. And maybe some of them are, but to put it bluntly, fuck them. Right, let's take a football team celebrating Pride Month. You know, they're speaking out about it at a home game or they're advertising it on their socials. Will they make some money off the memorabilia, off talking about it? Maybe. That is how capitalism works. And unfortunately, we live in a capitalist world. But little Jimmy, who has a homophobic dad and lives in the arse end of nowhere, sees the football team he and his dad love talking about being gay, about what it is to be LGBT, and that is only a positive thing. Now, if a company put on an event in June for diversity, then you could say that they are just box ticking. And trust me, I fucking hate box ticking. But if it impacts one person, then it's had a positive impact, as opposed to zero impact that it would have had if they hadn't done it. Now, things can spread quickly, and diversity and inclusivity and openness, talking about LGBT stuff, you know, might not be as contagious as COVID, but it does catch on. Now, you might argue that if companies can do 1 month, then they should do every month. And yes, I agree, but that shouldn't mean do 12 months or do none. That all or nothing attitude is frankly fucking stupid. It's why people can't lose weight or get in shape. You know, I ate some ice cream last night, so I best eat shit all week. No, don't be ridiculous. If you get a flat tire, do you think you should go and slash the other three? Do you fuck? That would be mental making. So why do it with other stuff? All right. Now, positive discrimination is not ideal. It would be nice to live in a world where we don't need that, but it's better than nothing. Pride Month isn't Pride Year, but it is something, and something is always better than nothing, unless you're talking about STIs. But because, you know, people are always whinging about rainbow capitalism, jumping on the bandwagon, and I get that. Here's the thing: it's not all about you. It's not all about you being okay, which brings me onto why pride is important. All right, people talk about pride still being necessary. Certainly, straight people talk about this. You know, I mean, we have equality, right? By that, people mean gay people can get married. Now, that is an equality of law. It's not an equality of opportunities or of freedom from discrimination or from shame. And there is still inequality in society. There always will be some level of inequality in society, but we want to level the playing field as much as possible, because there are still countries where you can be whipped for being gay. There are countries where you are put in prison for being gay. There are countries where you can be executed for being gay. And while those there exist, there is not equality. And that is why there is pride, and why pride is necessary. Only the other week, there was a 12-year-old boy, Riley Hadley. He took his own life. A 12-year-old boy took his own life because he was beaten and bullied, and his life made hell because other kids thought he was gay. That is a 12-year-old boy hanged himself in the UK in 2021 because how he was made to feel because he felt that he might be gay and the other kids thought he was gay. Now, when people ask you, why is there no straight pride? Why do we still need pride? Your response to them should be another question, which is never a good answer to a question, to answer it with another question. But always, how many 12-year-old boys have hanged themselves because they were bullied for being straight? Zero. That is why pride is necessary. So what exactly is pride? You know, I know that we see the parades and everything, but pride is a protest. Yes, it's a party as well, but at its heart, it is a protest. There is a march at the beginning of pride. You know, I've spoken about before, you know, the history of LGBT rights, and, you know, pride started out with the Stonewall riots, 1969, and it followed on the years after with official marches. Now, pride is a coming together of people, not just LGBT people, because everybody is welcome. You know, people coming together to show solidarity with those people in countries where they might be stoned for being gay, to show boys like Riley Hadley that they are valued, that they are loved, that they are welcome. It's to show trans people that they are supported and that people stand with them in solidarity. You know, it's everyone who comes under the LGBTQ, all the letters, all the pluses, all the numbers, and to show them that they are seen, that they are heard, and that their struggle is valid and it is felt. Now, Manchester Pride is my favourite pride, and my friend Anthony Cotton told me that the two most important parts of pride are, certainly at Manchester Pride, are the beginning and the end. The beginning is the march, the protest, the fuck you to people who would push us down and make us feel less than. And then the end is the vigil, where we remember the Matthew Shepherds, the Riley Hadleys, the people who have fought for our rights that we have, for that equality of marriage, for that equality of opportunity in the workplace, for that lack of discrimination. You know, those people who are no longer here, and to remember them. And in between all that is a celebration of love, of togetherness, of humanity. That's what pride is about. It's about celebrating humanity. And like I said before, everyone is welcome, no matter what you look like, who you are, where you come from, your colour, your creed, your sexuality, your religion, your gender, whatever. Pride is a celebration of what it is to be human. And Pride Month is an extension of that. Now, do we need to have a Pride Month that says that we need to, you know, focus in on that? We should do that automatically, right? But you can find the fault in that. You can find the fault in anything if you look hard enough, or you can choose to see the beauty in it. You know, perception is reality, so you get to choose that. And for me, I know how I would rather look at it, all right? And that's how Sue sees it. So, you know, for me, the more people that are on board with pride and what it stands for and what it represents, it's not ideal. You know, I think the quicker we have people who get on board with it, you know, we won't have to have Pride months and, you know, rainbow memorabilia and things like that. But for me, pride is the embodiment of the fight of what it is to be to be gay, to be lesbian, to be trans, to be anything else. You know, we want to celebrate our differences, but whether you are gay, straight, whatever you are, we all have more in common than we do have differences. And Pride is about celebrating that. It's about celebrating coming together. It's about wanting to raise awareness for the little boys and girls who don't know where they fit in, you know, who don't quite fit in with life like everybody else does, who feel a bit different. You know, for anybody who's listening to this podcast who has grown up LGBT, you know from a young age that there's something different about you. You might not know what it is, but Pride is a way of showing that you are okay. Doesn't matter that you're different. Doesn't matter that you are, you know, not straight, that you don't fit in with your friends, your family. Not that you don't fit in, that's not the right phrase. That you are different. And as I always say to my kids, different is just different. Different is not good. Different is not bad. It's just different. So that's my thoughts and feelings on Pride. I think Pride is an amazing celebration. Yes, we can pick the flaws in it. Yes, it's not perfect, but we should choose to embrace it. We should choose to bang the Pride drum. We should wave the rainbow flag. We should do it any given opportunity. But in Pride Month, certainly when companies and businesses are talking about it, people may be more receptive to having conversations that they wouldn't be willing to have at other points of the year. So use that to our advantage. Use that to level the playing field. So if you agree, you know, please share this podcast. Maybe let your straight friends listen to it to give them an understanding of what Pride is, why it's important, because it is really fucking important. And yes, it is nice to have a proper Pride and a good time. But please, you know, the more we can raise awareness, 12-year-old boys should not be hanging themselves because of how they feel. All right? People should not be getting beaten up in the streets because they're holding hands with someone who's the same sex. Trans people should not be have their transition or their language or weaponized against them because their lived experience is different to everybody else's. And the more we can all club together, the more that we can show people that we are people, then the better the world will be, the quicker we won't need to have Pride festivals and Pride months. So if you agree and you've enjoyed this, please like it, please share it, please comment, please review it, please do all the social media stuff, because the more we can spread the word on this, the more we can show people why it's important, why it's valid, vital, and necessary, the quicker we won't need it. So yeah, you've been listening to the Hirst Locker. I hope you've got something out of that. It's something I'm really passionate about, and I hope it's helped you too.